Oh no! You alright?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Yeah, I just caught that edge. Hey, welcome to the channel here at Lucky Living Outdoors. I'm going to give you a quick review on the Pirelli Scorpion Rally STR tires, which came stock on my 2024 Husqvarna Norden 901 Expedition. So, as you can see, my rear tire is flat. It's not the tire's fault. It's because I did things to it should never have done. So, in this video, I'm going to tell you kind of my experiences with the tire, the stuff I've put it on, what I've done to it, and what I'm going with next. So let's get started. Okay, so when I got this bike, I know these tires are supposed to be meant for mostly on-road, but they look decent enough. I figured, why not just run them till they won't run anymore? And I had them, I put, let's see, 3, 4, about 600 miles of off-road on them. When I say off-road, I'm not talking just gravel road. I'm talking some pretty intense single and dual track stuff with a ton of embedded rock, gravel, clay, things like some pretty intense things that these tires aren't meant for. The ATV trails I've had this bike on last weekend on Prospectors Trail in northern Minnesota. The rough section, anybody who's been on it knows exactly what I'm talking about. It's got that 300-foot long, like 2-foot deep water crossing, which I did not go on this time, and because it rained, and a bunch of other stuff. So these tires have really good road manners. They're very nice on the road, no complaints there, plenty of traction, no buzzing noises, no issues. They do just fine on gravel. They do just fine on some looser dirt. I'm really impressed with the embedded rock. I mean, I've gone over a lot of like pretty crazy terrain with the insane inclines, lots of embedded rock, lots of loose rock, lots of boulders about this big, and these tires don't have any issues really getting over it. You could tell it didn't have a whole lot of traction, but had enough traction to do it. Even with me being as big as I am, and the bike's weight, and my camping gear and everything, it did it fine. Where these tires do not excel at all is in sand and mud. So obviously by looking at the clip you saw that I went down. I actually went down 3 times on this bike this last weekend, and it was in mud twice, and the third time was because I was just stopped looking at my screen on a really nice gravel road, and I just leaned too far, didn't realize it, and dropped it. It happens. So end of the day, tires are good for like 80% of what you're going to do. If you're going to be driving in, sand, a lot of really loose dirt, you're going to be getting in any kind of mud, don't use them. They have no side-to-side traction at all when you get into the slippery stuff. None. There's just nothing there. They cake with mud, and they spin. Even with me off the bike trying to move it around, wasn't really much of an incline either. It was just spinning. So just keep that in mind. I'm going to be replacing these tires here in the next week or so, and I'm going to be going with the Motaz Rallies or Ralzy for the rear, and the front will be the Dual Venture from Motaz, because I apparently, after talking to some folks, the other versions of that front tire tend to be a little bad on road manners, and I do use this bike for commuting, and I do crush highway miles in it as well, so I want to have better road manners, but really dig in when I get off-road, because when I do get off-road, it gets kind of crazy. So that's where we're at, and I hope this helps you out. Again, I put quite a few miles on here, about 600 miles off-road with these tires, and they just didn't quite hold up this last time. Obviously, this guy went flat. So I got punctured with 3 punctures from a series of rocks I went over. Just went right through the very center of the tread, all the way through. So you can imagine how sharp and how deep those rocks were that made it all the way through that tire. So yeah, any questions, let me know. These are pretty good tires. I'm very impressed with how they performed what I put them through. Just be honest with yourself when you're shopping. And yeah, let me know if you got any questions, if you have any concerns, if you want me to answer any questions about these tires, or about the ones I'm going to be putting on here. I'll let you know soon how I'm liking those. But yeah, stay safe, have fun, and get outdoors.